right? Cultural and educational rights. Fundamental rights we have already done, right? Then we have got the, just give me a few minutes time. Right to freedom of religion. Yesterday I told you about it, that India is a secular country. And in the secular country, it means that just our state means our country has no religion. Our country has no religion. That is a secular country. You could be from any religion. The state has no bothering about it. I gave you all the description yesterday. Now we have got the cultural and educational rights. Cultural and educational rights. Here it is. I made my screen larger. When we talk about the Indian society, the image of diversity comes before our mind. Diversity means India is divided into many parts. We have got 29, states, 7 union territories, 125 languages, 250 dialects. See how much big India is. So whenever we think about India, India is a diversified society. Ekta mein anekta, anekta mein ekta. So when we talk about Indian society, the image of diversity comes before our minds. India is not made up of monolithic language society. We are a society that has a vast diversity. In such a society that is full of diversity, that would be social sections which are small in numbers compared to some other group. If a group is minority, will have to adopt the culture of the majority. It is question mark, right? Suppose a person is in minority group, do you think that he has to achieve the culture of majority? No, India is not like that, because we have got specification, special reservation for the minorities also. We always adopt safeguard for the minorities, right? So our constitution believes that diversity is our strength. देखिए एक और बात बताऊं, we are 29 states. लेकिन let me tell you one thing, these are all not disintegrated. ये states जो है एक दूसरे से जुड़ा नहीं है, एक दूसरे से they are integrated, एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए states हैं ये. देखिए one thing let me tell you, throughout world, I told you earlier also that कोई भी देश लैंग्वेज के ऊपर डिवाइड नहीं है. इंडिया एक ऐसा कंट्री है जो लैंग्वेज के ऊपर डिवाइड है. You go to Maharashtra, Marathi language is there. You go to Tamil, Tamilian language is there. You go to Kerala, Malayali language is there. You come to Haryana, Haryana, right, and Haryanvi language is there. So the whole state, the whole Indian states are divided into languages. So India में बहुत diversification है, लेकिन हम एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए हैं. Our constitution believes that diversity is our strength. Therefore, one of the fundamental rights is the right of minorities to maintain their culture. Minority can maintain their culture. Right, and this minority status is not dependent only upon religion. Linguistic and cultural minorities are also included in this provision. Right, linguistic means आपका भाषा के ऊपर जो minority है and cultural minority are also included in this provision. Minorities groups are that have common language or religion and in a particular part of the country. Who are the minority? For example, in Haryana, on the basis of language, your Bengalis are the minorities. Bengalis are the minorities, other languages are the minorities, जिनकी संख्या कम है. हिंदी में मैं आपको कहूँ कि जिनकी संख्या कम है वो माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप में आते हैं. Right, rest of you all are majority. Right, so minorities are the group that have a common language or religion, and in a particular part of the country or in the country as a whole, they are outnumbered by some other social section. What do you mean by outnumbered? उनको कम करार कर दिया गया. For example, Muslim says they are the minorities. Muslims used to say they are the minorities. Christians used to say they are the minorities. Buddhist people, they are coming from Leh Ladakh, they say they are the minorities. So what do you mean by minorities? Minorities means when the number is being less. They are being outnumbered. They are being outnumbered. Outnumbered by whom? Outnumbered by the majority of the people. Majority of the people. So that is this if a group is minority, if a group is minority, then it means it could be a language minority. It could be a language minority or in the section of the caste minority. All minorities, religious or linguistic, can set up their educational franchise institution. Let me tell you one thing in India, right? I study also. I'm just recapitulating what I have done in you can say all convent schools. They are the minority of the Christians. Christian लोग एक convent school खोलते हैं, right? What for? They used to give the instruction in English. That's why we are very crazy about convent schools. You are also. Right, and what they used to do, they used to prospect their own culture, and their culture is Christianism. If you like them, you go to that school. If you don't like them, don't go to their school. It's all you're depending on you. And the Qanun, the law, they gave them that yes, they can open their institutions. Ab Buddhist mein chaliye, Buddha, if you go to Dharamshala and all, Buddhist people, they have opened their own educational institutions. Jain school, they have opened Jain schools. They have their own institutions. Right, Sikhism, Guru Tegh Bahadur Singh Sabha Public School, they are depending on the Sikhism. So what do you mean by ism? Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism. Ism means सिद्धांत. हिंदुओं के सिद्धांत को जो पढ़ाया जाता है, जो सिखाया जाता है, उसे हिंदुइज्म कहेंगे. बुद्धिस्ट को के सिद्धांतों को यहाँ पे सिखाया जाता है, उन्हें बुद्धिज्म कहेंगे. जैन के सिद्धांतों को जहाँ पे सिखाया जाता है, उन्हें जैनिज्म कहेंगे. इज्म जिनके सिद्धांतों पर चलने वाला. We call it in English, we call it the principles. The principles of any religion is called ism. You follow it or not follow it, that is a democratic. You don't follow it. Somebody says, I don't have any religion. Someone says, I don't have any religion. It's okay. You don't have any religion, fine and good. You can join any religion. You don't want to join any religion, that's your choice. Okay, so then right to constitutional remedies. What is this right to constitutional remedies? One would agree that our constitution contains a very impressive list of fundamental rights. But merely writing down a list of rights is not enough. There has to be a way through which they could be realized in a practice and defend against any attack on these rights. Right to constitutional remedy is the means through which this is to be achieved. Dr. Ambedkar considered the right to constitutional remedies as the heart soul of the constitution. Heart soul of the constitution. Constitutional remedies का मतलब है कि basically जब आप चाहें constitution के कुछ हिस्सों को amendment के through change कर सकते हैं. It is so because right gives a citizen to right to approach a high court or Supreme Court to get any fundamental right restored in the case of their violation. It means जब when your fundamental right is not being accepted, when they are violated, how you think how you can defend it? You can defend up to you can go to the Supreme Court. यदि आपके पास 6 फंडामेंटल राइट्स है, देखिए एक बात सुनिए, मेरे पास एक 6 फंडामेंटल राइट्स है, आपके पास 6 फंडामेंटल राइट्स है, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पास भी 6 फंडामेंटल राइट्स है, बाहर मंदिर के पास जो भिखारी बैठा हुआ है ना, द बेगर, ही इज आल्सो हैविंग 6 फंडामेंटल राइट्स, उसके पास भी 6 मौलिक अधिकार है, इसका मतलब हम सब बराबर हैं. It means we are all equal. So government says, our Kanun says, our constitution says, if some institutions, if some states, they are not giving you the fundamental rights as per the rules described by the constitution, you can go to the Supreme Court even. That is the soul of our constitution. Okay. So this is the answer. Then now these are some part over there. The Supreme Court and the High Courts can issue orders and give directives to the government for the enforcement of the rights. Supreme Court or High Court, ये states को order कर सकते हैं कि personal जो आपके liberties हैं, some important fundamental rights, they should give back to you, that those should back to you. No one can withdraw your fundamental right. Then is, first, the court can issue various special orders known as the writs. What do you mean by writs? Writs किसको कहते हैं? Writs are basically the courts can issue various special orders. कुछ special orders हैं जिन्हें writs कहा जाता है. First is habeas corpus. इसका मतलब हुआ a writ of habeas corpus. Here it is. A writ of habeas corpus means that the court orders that the arrested person should be presented before it. पुलिस ने किसी को पिकअप कर लिया और पेरेंट्स को ये लगता है कि उसके लोगों को, उसके घर वालों को लगता है कि उसका एनकाउंटर कर दिया गया. पुलिस कहती है कि उसको अभी रिमांड पे है, लोग कहते हैं कि उसको हाजिर करो, एंड पुलिस इज नॉट प्रेजेंटिंग हिम, पुलिस उसको प्रेजेंट नहीं करती है, तो क्या करोगे? You have to go to the court. Then put a writ over there. We call it habeas corpus, where the court will give the order to the concerned department that the person should be present in the court. जिस इंसान को किसी ने अरेस्ट किया हुआ है उसको कोर्ट में हाजिर करें. Next is, court should be presented before it, and it can also order to set free an arrested person. और किसी भी arrested person को free करने का instruction court दे सकती है. Any person could be free after the instruction of the higher court, the court. And lawful, and his arrests are not lawful and unsatisfactory. कोर्ट ये जाने पता लग रहा है किसी कोर्ट को कि हाई कोर्ट को या लोअर कोर्ट को या सुप्रीम कोर्ट को कि उसका जो अरेस्ट है नेसेसरी नहीं है, तो उसको फ्री करने के ऑर्डर भी दे सकती है. Then we have got the mandamus. This writ is issued when the court finds that a particular office holder is not doing a legal duty. जब कोर्ट को ये पता चले कि कोई आदमी जो है बेसिकली अपनी लीगल ड्यूटी नहीं कर रहा है and thereby is infringing the right of an individual, और दूसरे की ड्यूटीज में he is interfering, तो कोर्ट उसको स्टे कर सकती है, कोर्ट उसके काम को रोक सकती है. We call it mandamus. Then prohibition. Then is prohibition. Prohibition means The writ is issued by a higher court or Supreme Court when the lower court has ordered a case against beyond its jurisdiction. मतलब किसी कोर्ट ने अपनी हदों से बाहर होकर किसी दूसरे स्टेट के अंदर या किसी दूसरी की हदों में जाकर उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन जारी किया गया है, उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन जारी की गई है, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट उसके ऊपर स्टे लगा सकती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप किसी के दूसरे के घर को जाकर ये यू कैन नॉट से दैट इज माय हाउस, यू गो आउट फ्रॉम द होम, दैट इज माय हाउस. नो, दैट इज नॉट योर जुरिस्डिक्शन. कभी कभी देखा होगा आपने सड़क के ऊपर लिखा होता है करनाल जुरिस्डिक्शन स्टार्टेड, राइट, एंड अदर स्टेट जुरिस्डिक्शन एंडेड. या किसी जुरिस्डिक्शन बाहर लिखा होता है करनाल आपका स्वागत कर दिया, मतलब that Karnal's jurisdiction started and Panipat jurisdiction or some other jurisdiction ended. Jurisdiction का मतलब होता है किसी की हदें, हदों से बाहर आप जाकर नहीं काम कर सकते. किसी दूसरे के पास जाकर you cannot take the measurement into the other's territory. आप दूसरे के टेरिटरी में जाकर अपने ऑर्डर्स नहीं दे सकते. कोई भी कोर्ट नहीं दे सकता एक्सेप्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट. सुप्रीम कोर्ट थ्रू आउट इंडिया में सुप्रीम कोर्ट किसी कहीं पर भी ऑर्डर जारी कर सकता है, एंड एक्सेप्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट नो लोअर कोर्ट, नो हायर कोर्ट हैज एनी jurisdiction to counter their jurisdiction and to go to the another jurisdiction. I hope I am clear. And that is called prohibition. उसको रोक दिया जाता है. Prohibition का मतलब रोकना. Then quo warranto. If the court finds that a person is holding office but is not entitled. एक आदमी है, वो किसी और कोई और बड़ी पोस्ट को के चेयर पे बैठा हुआ है कुछ समय के लिए, and after that he said I will not go in my junior part. मैं पुराने वाले ओहदे पर पोस्ट पे नहीं जाऊंगा. Then there is a quo warranto issue. If the court finds that a person is holding office but it is not entitled to hold that office, it issues that writ of quo warranto and restricts that person from acting an office holder. और तब कोर्ट क्या करती है, उस इंसान को रोक देती है कि आप दूसरे के पोस्ट के ऊपर आप यू कैन नॉट सेट, दैट इज नॉट योर जॉब, आपका काम खत्म हो चुका, यू हैव टू गो टू द ओल्ड वन. तो उसके इंस्ट्रक्शन को कोर्ट के इंस्ट्रक्शन को quo warranto कहा जाता है, उसके रोकने. Then certiorari. Under the threat, the court orders a lower court for another authority to transfer a matter pending before it to the higher authority of the court. किसी और के सुप्रीम कोर्ट या कुछ हाई कोर्ट ऑर्डर जारी करती है किसी लोअर कोर्ट को कि अपना जो मामला है हायर कोर्ट को ट्रांसफर कर दिया जाए. किसी भी इंडिविजुअल केस should be transferred to the higher authority, higher court. So today we have done habeas court, we have done mandamus, we have done prohibition, we have done quo warranto and certiorari, right? So apart from the judiciary, many other mechanisms have been created in later years for the protection of rights. You may have heard about the National Commission on Minorities. One National Commission on Minorities are also there. They used to look upon the matter if anyone, if any individual, if any institution, or if any state, they have hampered the right of minorities or not. If they can issue the notice, right? The National Commission on the Women, National Commission on the Scheduled Caste. So when on the women, they have got the National Commission also. On the Scheduled Caste, Scheduled Tribe, Backward Class, Backward Tribe, they have got the National Commission also. On the minority, they is also. So today, we are going to end the class. Tomorrow, we will be continuing. Thank you. Have a nice time.